Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to be back with another young Indian, part of the Voice of the Young series. Right now, we have with us Agrani Jain. Let's listen to her. Over to you, Agrani.
Hello, sir, and greetings to the audience of the Voice of the Young series. And first things first, thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity. And I must tell you how humbled I am right now to have been offered this platform. So, before we dive deep into the discussion, I would like to start on a brief introduction about myself. So, I am currently a second year student pursuing economics honors at Daulat College, University of Delhi. And I come from Saharanpur, a city in Uttar Pradesh, and I eventually moved to Delhi for my further studies. So, today I would like to speak on the importance of experiences, interests, and deviations, the natural tendency of deviations. And I would like to brief about my own academic journey so that I can specify why do I feel that these three things are interconnected, and why do I think of them as why do I think that these are so important of a topic that I chose them for my first ever Vidped or any discussion of this sort. So ever since like in school also I was an academically oriented student, and I was always concerned about grades and about and I was a student who used to study the whole year, because if something interested me, and I think it is the case with most of us, that if something interests us, we obviously like to read about it and know about it naturally without any external pressure as such. So I used to study, and I was very academically inclined, but one thing that I observed is that I needed some sort of thrill or some sort of motivation apart from the academic journey, so that I can keep going, and so that I can handle the academic stress as such. So naturally, like all the school kids, I found them in by participating in different kinds of extracurricular activities. So what I wanted was, I did not wanted to miss out on anything just because either I was not interested in that activity, or I just assumed that I was not good at it. I wanted to try my hand at everything, like everything that came in my way. I wanted to participate in all sorts of competitions: dancing, singing, debating, any kind of public speaking, art and craft, quiz, everything. I tried my hand at almost everything. So, after participating in a few competitions, I realized that fields like art and craft, these are the fields that neither interest me as much, and to be honest, I'm also not very good at them. So, eventually, I realized that debating or any kind of formal address, or even any kind of public speaking activity is something that interested me. Another activity of the same sort was quizzing, random trivia, very random trivia. I searched different YouTube channels. Then I got my hands on certain websites even as a kid, and I would just randomly keep reading different kind of stuff. Not just fun facts, but very logical and very tedious facts as such. So I kept on doing that. Now, why, as I mentioned earlier, that experiences and interests I think are interconnected. I gave myself into experiencing it all, and I gradually came to realize what actually interested me so that I could pursue it in the future. Now, with that, when I was in class 8th, I came to know that there is this test which is conducted by ITC, written test, objective type test. And through that test, they used to select three top scorers from all these schools. And there used to be a quizzing competition at the main ITC headquarters, where the inter-school sort of competition used to take place. Now, as I said, I was already very much interested in quizzing. So that is the first time I sat for the exam in class 8, and I did not clear it. So I naturally increased my dose of the knowledge, the information. And the next year in class ninth, I sat for the exam, and fortunately, I cleared it. So we went for the finals. Yes, sir. So we went for the finals, and that was my first interaction of that sort, that I was actually interacting with people from other schools apart from my own school. But here I would like to mention that I had very actively participated in Olympiads before that, but that was not some face-to-face sort of interaction or something of like this kind. So that already was a very huge and very wonderful experience for me, and I always consider that. Yes, sir.
Please tell us about those Olympiads later.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Let's just continue with this now, but I want to hear about them.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So we went there, we interacted, and as I said, there was a 2 months gap between when I came to know about that I qualified and the main final tournament. So we were fortunate enough to end up as the first runners up, and very pumped about the result and very glad that okay, we prepared for it and something of my interest, and I won it. So then came class 10th, then came COVID. So as I said, that interest and to studies things that actually interested me was always my priority. So naturally, when I was to select a stream in class 11th, I really liked social studies. I liked everything that social studies encompassed, be it history, geography, economics, everything. So my goal was very clear that I'll have to go for humanities because that is what I want to study. But as I said, that Saharanpur is a very small city. So I came to know that there are very few schools, excluding my school as well, who offer humanities. So I was okay with switching the school, but the problem was that I was not getting my preferred combination of subjects. I had these two, three subjects that I wanted to study. So I had to let go of humanities that way. Then the second option, obviously, when I asked somebody due to the preset mindset, they recommended me to take up science. So now I did not wanted to take up science for the fact because the field of expertise that demanded science as the main subject, I did not intend to go in any of those fields. So it was naturally of no use, according to me, to specifically take up science and then not potentially use it somewhere. Now, the third field, which I actually ended up taking commerce with mathematics. Now, this was the only stream that was not even in question till the time I selected it. But anyway, I ended up taking commerce, and as I said, that I love to experience different things. So I took it up as an experience because there were subjects like accountancy and business studies, which I had never studied. So I took it up as an experience. Now, this is the first time when deviation took place in my academic journey, and that is where deviation came in. I had planned so much, but still I had to go for the different path. So, 11th, when I entered 11th, I was very clear about taking up economics honors in the University of Delhi for my graduation studies. That is for the fact because economics was that one subject that I intended to study in humanities, and I was also getting that in commerce. So I was very sure about that. But when I came into class 12th, 3 months into class 12th, I came to know about this integrated program that is offered by certain IIMs, which is 3 year BBA plus 2 years MBA, and obviously the IIM tag. And you get to enter into an IIM right after class 12th. So I thought that business and so when I took up commerce, business studies was something that I was fine that was intriguing me. So I thought of going for that exam and prepping for it. And I did not wanted to take a drop like directly. So I took both the board exam preparation and the that exam is called IP MAT. So and IP MAT's prep simultaneously. So, which started on a light note when the year came to an end, when boards were approaching. I realized that I was too much obsessed with the idea of cracking that exam now because the efforts I was putting in, I wanted to crack it. So, anyway, boards happened. After 2 months, CUET also took place, and within the same span, IP MAT took place. When the cutoff came out, I was pretty much sure that I may clear it because I had an idea of how my attempt went. But when the results came out, I missed the exam by a single mark. And that felt like the world just came down, everything just shattered, and I was literally heartbroken. And I think that is the first time I took something in my academic journey to my heart, and I was so heartbroken and I was so disturbed at that time. And I almost forgot that I also sat for CUET, another competitive exam. I almost forgot about it, and I was like, okay, I don't want to take a drop. Firstly, because I did not have that power left in me, or I did not wanted to go through another year of the same prep. So I did not take up drop. Then the results came out, and I got CUET's results came out, and then I got economics honors in Daulat College. So, as I said, I was very heartbroken. So, and economics honors was naturally the plan B. So, I went for it. And I thought that, okay, this is another deviation that took place in my journey, the second big deviation. So, I entered the University of Delhi. Now, when I entered there, I realized that, okay, this is another educational institution. So, naturally, I have to buckle up on my studies now. I cannot uh, stay like uh, impacted or affected with the IB MAT results. So then, since I had to continue with my academic journey, naturally I had to find my new thrills that motivated me. So the first instinct that every student finds is in joining the cells and societies of colleges. And University of Delhi specifically has this, what should I say? This is specifically very particular to University of Delhi, that it provides you ample of opportunities for applying to different cells and networking with different peers. So I applied for almost every society that I wanted to. I joined the economics department. I joined the placement cell, the GAE, a Global Association of Economics Education. Then I went for debating society, everything. Now, through the first year, I was juggling through the societies and academics basically. So, another experience, and what it taught me was that there is a wider need of balance in college than you need in school, because obviously there are so many opportunities and there are so many things to do that you cannot just uh, be satiated with two of them, like joining cells and doing academics. Then in at the end of first year, while many of my friends did internships, I did not go for any, because I was not clear about the idea of doing an internship and how to go about further for graduation and like further in general. So I took that time, I took that 1 month to figure out things. Then when second year came, I started going for case competitions, which is something new that I heard of. So naturally, my very old instinct told me to go for all sorts of case competitions now, not just consulting, not just finance. I went for all of them, and I won a finance case competition organized by Saint Stephen's College, University of Delhi, and one. There was this another case competition that was organized by IIM Bangalore, consulting case competition, and we stood as the first runners up there. Few others relating to sustainability and these sorts of competitions, where we were the finalists, but we could not make it to the podium finishes. But all of this, why I am telling all of this is because of the fact that right now where I stand, if I have learned something very clearly, and I'm very clear about that in my mind, is that you should never limit yourself just because you either presume that you're not good at it, or you just by the idea of it, or by listening to other people in that field, you think, no, that is not something that will interest me. Because until and unless you will get your hands on that thing, you will never actually know how that would have gone. So I went for all of these case competitions, and I'm still exploring more. I'm looking for opportunities. I have networked with peers. And one more thing that I would like to mention here is that whenever, be it networking, because ever since I joined LinkedIn, one thing that everybody has been highlighting is the importance of networking. So, why is that important? Why is networking important? That is another kind of experience. Because when I interacted with friends and when I interacted with students from different colleges, that is when I came to know that I just know about very three or four kind of opportunities that the university offers. But there are so many opportunities that, and I'm sure that I do not even know even a quarter of them right now. So why to limit yourself just to what your immediate circle is up to, or just what to or just to what your own college's students are up to. So you should keep exploring, you should keep experiencing, because that is ultimately what will uh, give you the clarity about your interests, and uh, when you will walk on, because at the end, the end goal or the end conclusion is, according to me, the same for all. We need to be satisfied, and we need to be contented with what we make of ourselves in the future. So when the end goal is same, why to just walk on one path just because you've heard from somebody that it is the best path to walk in? So I think that experiences are very important. We should just keep experiencing, and if any deviation comes, maybe it is to give you a wider view of the interests that exist, and maybe it can make your journey even more enjoyable. And as people also say that there is a lot of hype about taking non-conventional or unconventional paths, but I think that there is nothing wrong in taking conventional paths as well, as long as you are convinced enough and you're not just merely influenced by somebody. If you're convinced about the road you have taken, or academic study or whatever field you are in, that is good enough to take you to that end goal. So yeah, that is what I have realized so far. Now coming to the Olympiads that we left. So when I was in class fifth or sixth, from then on, I started participating in all sorts of Olympiads. Basically, those were mathematics, science, English, and general knowledge. So these are Olympiads organized firstly on the school level, inter school sort of Olympiads. Then, if you qualify, you go to the zonal levels, and then you go to the nationals. So there have been a few instances when I have also won a gold medal in English, a silver medal in mathematics. So what the point of doing Olympiads even at such a young age, or even at now sitting for different competitive exams, is about knowing where you stand right now, and ultimately, again, the topic of our today's discussion, experiencing more, so that you can figure out what is that one thing that if you're told to pursue it for the rest of your life, you will not regret it ultimately. So yeah, that's pretty much it from my side for now.
Well, it's I'm very happy to hear that you have managed to do so many things, and you have actually failed, and yet you are happy. That is, I think, the biggest thing. That look, when you are young, you are bound to fail. That because you try things, and some you succeed and some you fail. Nature is like that. You don't succeed in everything. In fact, you fail in most things. And if you succeed in a few, but you had a very solid background, and Olympiads are all merit based. And from a small town like Saharanpur to score throughout India or even others, it's quite an incredible achievement, actually. Not amazing, but incredible. That there's not, you are in a big town, then you have so much information around you, so many people, so much. But Saharanpur is Saharanpur. Not a comparison to any big city, and yet you are competing against the students from there. So
Yes, sir.
I'm really happy to hear that you were so successful, and you are doing well in the college in Delhi. So, what do you think your future is? With all this knowledge that you have accumulated, you keep emphasizing the knowledge, 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 knowledge. So, what do you intend to do with it?
So, what I think is that, as I said, I'm very interested in debates. So, when I like thought of the fact that why do I like debating and quizzing, both of them, is because when I read for the quizzes, when I gather information for the quizzes, that ultimately helps me in debating as well. Because whenever a topic is given to me, or whenever we start a discussion on a random subject, if I have read about something, if I know about something, that is when I would be able to speak in front of the other person. And one more, which I think is the biggest pro of debating, is that you also get to listen to the other person. And that is when you get to know that if you're holding this much of knowledge in your particular circle, So listening to the other person moves you to a bigger circle, and then you realize that that portion of knowledge is
mm,
relatively very small, and you get to know that what sorts of things exist that you can still read on and get your hands on. And
mm.
at this stage, what I feel is that if you keep reading articles or if you keep going through stuff, you get to know more about your opportunities for masters, or if I want to pursue a PhD, or for what kind of field do I want to pursue my profession in. So for all of that, I really think that it is very important that we have our base into knowing about stuff, and we at least intend to know about stuff.
All right, let's turn to the personal. How's life in Daulat?
Sir, it's lovely, to be very honest.
Ah,
I come from a, yeah, I come from a girls' school. I was in a convent school.
yeah,
So most of my friends and even myself, uh, we always like, you always crave for more
yeah,
wherever you end up. So we looked up to a few other colleges in the University of Delhi that we thought that uh, we hoped that we would have landed there. But to be very honest, ever since the first semester, the professors I have talked to, the teachers that I have had the wonderful opportunity of being taught by, I'm really grateful at this point for ending up in Daulatram, and for ending up pursuing economics honors, because I really enjoy studying about it.
mm,
And as far as grades are concerned, that is one thing that has kept me on my toes since the first year, because
mm,
it's a very math oriented subject as such,
mm,
and you obviously need to continuously study.
mm,
You just cannot cram about it.
mm,
So I think that is the beauty of the course.
mm,
It will not allow you to cram and score. You
mm,
will have to delve deep into it,
mm.
and that is only when you can score grades. And that is what the actual purpose of studying economics is: policy making. If you want to impact others, you need to be clear about the current situation as well.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah, no,
I am
I was
actually.
asking more about your personal life, from Saharanpur to Daulatram with different people. How's the life for you? Not academically, but personally.
Oh, yes, sir. So actually, in cities like Saharanpur, whenever you move to cities like Delhi, Mumbai, those are seen as the cities which will provide you exposure. That is one word that we generally use, because obviously there are so many opportunities, not just academically, but in general as well. So obviously, when I moved to Delhi, I have been to Delhi a few times before, also because I have a few relatives there. But actually moving out of your hometown to that city to live in there and to make space for yourself there is something very different. And I come from a business family. My father is a businessman. So there is a particular mindset that I have been in. And but moving to Delhi and then meeting people from like different states, from different people who have actually experienced so many things, and when you talk to them, you get to know about so many perspectives. So it was tough initially, learning how to move, because in the first year of my college I was a day scholar. I actually traveled for like 4 hours per day, 2 hours to go to my college and then come back. So I was spending 4 hours of my day in metro. So that was very exhausting, because in a city like Saharanpur, the farthest place takes around like 40-45 minutes for you to go by any personal vehicle of that sort. But then traveling by metro, learning the whole system, to be very frank, that was something that took time, but it really helped me build confidence in myself. So that because ultimately I have to live in this place for 3 years, so I have to learn the basic routines that the people already living here go through. So it was a little challenging, but a lot more exciting. And as I said, I'm very grateful for ending up here. and whatever deviations took place in my life till now.
All right. Any advice you have for younger people who are
Yes,
in
sir.
11th and 12th? Any advice you have for them?
Yeah, sir. So when I talk to my juniors from Saharanpur, from my school, I
Yeah.
always tell them that please aim for big things. Please do not limit yourself just for the ease of it, because there are many kids, and even myself at one point, I was very scared to move out of my hometown, because I knew that I would have to literally change my routine to from like there would be a very huge change in my routine. So I was also scared, but again, if you won't move out of your comfort zone, there is no point of doing anything naturally. You have to move out of your comfort zone. So one advice that I keep giving them is that please keep searching for opportunities. Please do not wait for some time. Please do not wait to enter into college to look for opportunities, or to uh, actually get into what field you want to go in. Please do not wait for anything, and don't be scared wherever you will end up in. Like if you if you move to Delhi, if you move like out of India, we are just talking about India. So whatever is the biggest opportunity that is coming your way, please take it up, because eventually everything just sets right, and you won't ever regret it. But
Hmm.
why to presume anyway that you're not fit for the role, or you're not fit for that opportunity? So
Okay.
that is one advice that I give to them. And one more thing that I tell them is, again, to like give yourself time. There's this thing called imposter syndrome, which I
Yeah.
learned in the
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I yes sir, which I learned in the first year of college, and it is very true. Like, no matter how many societies I join, how many competitions I participate in, I always would feel that maybe I'm doing a little less than a lot
Yeah.
of people in my college.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is one thing that we have to be very cautious, because
Hmm.
that just wastes your time.
Hmm.
You just keep regretting of something that you should not be regretting,
Hmm.
and 3 years would seem like a big or a
Hmm.
very large amount of time, but that
Hmm.
is not. three
Hmm.
years are very uh, I what should I say, very limited to exploit or explore the opportunities that the university or your college offers you.
Hmm.
So we should not become a part of the rat race,
Hmm.
and we should keep experiencing, and we should find the best, the most interesting path that would ultimately take us to the end goal of life.
Hmm. Okay. Wonderful. Anything else you want to add here?
No, sir, it's just that, like, first of all, thank you for this platform, sir, because I have been following the series for some time now, because I had my friends, some of my peers come on the platform earlier, from my college and from other colleges as well. And I heard to what they had to say. And it is lovely to hear from people who are your same age, and even better if they are in the same field of study. You get to know that you're not alone when you feel that economics is not what I expected of
Yeah.
it. When you hear from them that it is the same amount of stress or surprise to them as well. So yeah, you get to learn, and you also get comforted. So thank you for this platform, and thank you so much for the opportunity,
Okay.
so that I could voice my opinions. And yes, sir,
All right.
that's
Good.
it.
So let's end it here today. And I'll
Yes,
be
sir.
back with another young person or an expert, and I want to talk to you a bit offline. But thank you for so much, Agrani, for being here. Okay. Bye, everybody.